Hi, welcome to the Shelly Studio. Today I'm playing in a sketchbook, painting in it. It's been around for a long time. It's got like 5 pages left. And I figured I should put something in there. So I've been taking classes with Art Joy of Sharing, and by the time this goes up, well, yeah, it's already last month. So in May, they had classes on composition, balance, and asymmetry, and contrast and stuff. And Shell did a painting of a cat with a vase in the background, and I just couldn't get it out of my head. I wanted to do it the opposite. But instead of doing a vase of flowers, I'm just doing one unusual flower, because she had one unusual cat. So, yeah, and I'm using Hippie Crafter paints. I think that is burnt umber, if I had to guess, and black that I mixed together. I wanted to make it really dark because we're going for contrast. So I just mix a little bit of the black with it just to make it dark. And that is going to be the table, I guess, that they're both sitting on. And the focal point, the object that is the object of interest, would be the flower, where hers was the cat. I'm just like switching it up. If you're interested in Art Joy of Sharing, I will put a link down below. They have a Facebook group, a YouTube channel, and they do classes that you can sign up for and purchase. And yeah, I don't know their schedule or anything, but so I don't know when their next one is. But yeah, it's fun, and they're pretty good classes, I think. Alright, so now I'm going to do the wall in the background. So I want to do this light, so that's like a peachy color, and just mixing it with white to make it really light. And I just wiped off my brush. I didn't clean it. I did dip it in a little brown because I wanted it mixed, but there was more brown than I expected. But that's okay. It'll make it homogeneous. That's not the right word. That's something you do in baking. But it will relate because it'll feel like the right colors, because it's got a little bit of it in there. I don't know how else to explain that. The one thing, I would say the one thing in this painting that doesn't have, doesn't touch on the colors that I'm putting in the background would be the flower, because it really stands out. It's a real contrast. Contrast in different colors, and yeah, that's basically it. Anyway, how is everyone today? I actually did this one while I was doing my 100-day project, so I hadn't had time or space to edit it and put it up. I can only handle about editing 1 or 2 videos a week. I did 3 every once in a while back several years ago, but it just got to be too much. So I do 2 a week. 1 on Wednesday and 1 on Friday. Saturday, not Friday. I edit it on Friday, every Friday. I'm never ahead of the game. But maybe with this one, because if I get this one edited in time, I will be editing another one that might go in front of it. So then I have 2. So the background is fairly uneven. It's probably because I'm using a tiny brush, but I wanted to get around those different shapes. And my acrylic painting brush skills are not the greatest. It's so much easier to control a pen or pencil. Alright, so now I think that's yellow ochre and white. And I didn't clean my brush, so it's got a little bit of that peach in there too. Well, and I add some right there. And we're going to paint the cat. And the cat is supposed to just be in the background. So it is not supposed to stand out too much. But I do add a little bit more color to it than this so that you can see him, because he practically disappears when I paint him. He's gone. I hope everybody's doing well and you have a good weekend. It's supposed to be sunny here, so I'll probably be pulling weeds or something. We had a lot of rain last weekend, so we have a lot of weeds this weekend. It's kind of how it works. Alright, trying to make the cat stand out a little bit more. Do a little bit of brown shading on the side. Make him look round. I feel like this is a small thing to paint, so I have a hard time painting small objects. I need to watch some more painting classes. Or just do landscapes where I don't have to have detail. Just kidding. Alright. So I thought maybe I would add some pattern to the background, and I just had this plastic canvas out, but as I do it, I'm like, this isn't really working. I would have to put a lot of paint down to get it to go through that much dimension. I still do it all though. I just do it and then come back and like, yeah. So I wiped that off. Didn't take much to get what little went on off. And we'll pull out a stencil instead. And this is straight peach. And I know you probably can't see it. I'll do a close-up picture in the end, just where you can see the texture. I just thought it might help the background a little bit. And then I do the same thing for the bottom. Just add a little bit. It almost makes it look like a wall because the stencil I use has kind of a wonky grid pattern, and they could almost be mistaken for bricks. So for that would mean the flower is floating. It kind of looks like it's floating actually. I need to put a little shading under it or something, because it does look like it's floating. Gotta remember my shadows. And again, you probably can't see it from there, but I'll show you a close-up of that too. So this is kind of a teal blue. I wanted to use something a little different, but I do end up adding more green. Sorry, I'm turning away looking at the picture. I should just put it in front of me. There we go. I decided to speed it up a little bit. Because I don't know, if you're like me, I like watching them fast. Unless I'm following along and painting along, then I'm like, slow down. I can't keep up. But yeah, I like watching them in fast speed. So that is two different colors. It's a darker green on top, more green rather than the teal. Just trying to paint a straight line. There, making it darker so you can see the difference. Oh, and then I just make a gray and do the flower stand. I guess because it's not a vase, right? It's something you stick it in. It's a stand. It's holding up my folk art style tulip, maybe? Now it's got the wrong kind of petals for a tulip. I mean, not petals, leaves. It's got the wrong kind of leaves for a tulip. It's just an imaginary flower. I'm just filling that all in, and obviously it just disappears, so I've got to add some more of the pink color to make it stand out. I think I was trying to let that pink dry for a little bit before I put a little bit more of the dark over it. And I think I just didn't like the background right behind the cat. It had too much brown and stuff in it. So I just put the peach just to kind of blend it out. And now I'm going to go around and finish everything off with a pen because I like straight lines and not messy lines. So yeah, just going along and cleaning up all the lines. Sometimes I like it when I do this and sometimes I don't. I think this improves it though. I do. And just a quick around the cat. Oh, sorry about the dog. I was just making a few notes. Those are the some of the elements of design. That's what it was called, the elements of design. Alright, so I decided to embellish with a little bit of white dots. I also, which I don't think I have recorded, used another stencil pattern in the background and on the table just to add more interest, and you'll see that in the photo at the end. And thank you all for watching. If you made it this far, I appreciate you watching and subscribing, and have an awesome day.